put that into a bread pan. Let that rise again. So that'll be the second rise, the second proof. Egg wash. So usually 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of water. Brush it on and in the oven, 350. So the recipe is there for that. If you make bread at home, the only difference is basically the mashed potato. And when you taste it, I got a feeling if you actually make bread at home, you're going to want to try this recipe. Because there's a tremendous amount of flavor, moisture, lasts longer. There's a lot of benefits to it. Costs a little more because you're adding eggs and milk and sugar. But your end result, way, way better. So that is potato bread. Now, obviously if you're making bread, you got to have something to go with it. You can't just have bread, right? So what we've got is tomorrow morning we're doing jams, 2 types of jams. We're doing a savory jam and a sweet jam. And we're going to serve that with some potato bread that we made today. However, for this demo, I decided that I would do molasses butter. Sure. Sorry? It's in the recipe books. So Jamie, they should be passed out at the end of the demo. And those recipe books include all the recipes that we're doing all weekend. So they're going to include, that recipe book's going to include the jams. It's going to include the molasses butter recipe. It's going to have all of it, okay? So, to make molasses butter, I'm not going to show you, because there's no need to. If you've got a mixer, all right, butter, salt, molasses, turn it on. Okay? That's it. You're done. If you don't have one of these mixers, I'm sure you all got a hand mixer, right? If you don't have one of those, they're around $15. So it might be, but that'll just, a little hand one in a bowl, make sure the bowl is tall because it'll flick out, and just beat the butter, add the molasses, season it with salt, and you're done. And then what I like to do is just basically take a sheet of saran wrap, put it on the saran wrap and kind of roll it into a shape like this. And then what we can do is when it comes time to serve it, when it comes time to, does anyone see my knife? When it comes time to serve it, you can basically slice it kind of like that to go right on your bread. All right. So that is basically butter with molasses beat into it. Okay, so it's very, very, very simple. The ratios are in the recipe book. And I tell you what, fantastic. And easy. If you have guests over, guarantee you're going to impress them. A lot of restaurants in St. John's have been doing this for a few years. Kind of highlighting the molasses butter. So, is there any questions about bread, yeast, the molasses butter, anything that anyone wants some clarification on? Yep, sure. Yeah, like I use the Crosby's fancy stuff, but I'm sure the Walmart branded stuff will be just fine too. You know, again, I think that's more preference. If you enjoy the taste of whatever molasses, use that, because that's going to be the taste that's going to come through. So we've got some samples for anybody. Anyone else got any other questions? Molasses? You can't get unsalted butter here. Really? Really? Wow. Yeah, because I find I have a real hard time finding it. Yeah. Interesting. So this is salted butter that I use today, and then I add more salt to it. So using unsalted butter, probably not necessary because you definitely want seasoning. So you're either going to add salt to it anyway, and you might as well just get the salted butter. But if you got unsalted, again, everything is to taste. So put a bit in, according to the recipe. If it's not strong enough, a bit more pinch. That's all to your own. Another thing is if you get a Malden salt or a flake salt, It's really nice to sprinkle that on right there like that and then eat it. Because you just get that salt candy pop, yeah? And it's outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. So listen, I'm getting tired of talking. I'm sure you're getting tired of listening to me. It's time to eat. Time to eat, yeah? All right. So we got two types of bread. So you can see what happened to my loaf there. I'm going to throw out a challenge. Whoever can recreate this loaf, you send me an email, I'll send you a prize. All right? Because you're going to struggle at it. If I made 5,000 loaves of bread in my life, I've never made one that looked like this. So we're all sharing in a first here together, you know. All right, enough. Okay, I'll get Jacob to come give me a hand. Okay. Oh, sorry, there's a young fella. You can certainly come on up, brother. Oh, yeah, no problem. You want to come up and help pass out samples? So you can see if you just want to kind of look at that bread, I mean, obviously you're going to taste it, but it's incredibly moist, it's dense, but it's airy, it's light. And I tell you what, it toasts incredibly well. It makes the best toast ever, okay? Mark my words. So basically, I'm going to slice a little bit of bread, a little bit of that butter, put it in a cup, and then we just start moving. So I'd like to get maybe 20 or 30 done first, or 10 or 15. Sure, I think I got a helper right here. I think we'll be okay. Yep. Come on up, brother. Come on up. What's your name? Jacob? We got Jacob here. And Jacob's going to help us pass out the samples today, okay? So everybody be nice to him. And what's that? What's going to happen now is this, if you just want to stand on the other, this is Jacob too, you know?
Yeah, I'm Jacob too.
You guys got the coolest name ever, yeah? Okay, Jacob Rose, yeah? Is that what you said? Okay, you got her. All right, so here's the first, well, just give us a minute. We're going to get probably 10 of these together. Now, if you want to come up and see Jacob here, he can pass you that piece of bread one at a time. Try to get this moving now. All right, who's got the first one? You got to pass that out, Jacob. Someone want to come up and grab the first one? You can just come there and he'll pass it to you. There you go, Jacob. Thank you, sir. All right, come get the next one.
There's another one.
Put you to work.